What's going on, friends? It's Colin, and I've taken the last week just to kind of refresh and reflect, and last weekend at the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival was incredible. Our set on the Mojo tent stage, which is one of the main stages, went incredibly well, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to perform there, and hopefully they will have us back. I think we did a pretty good job. And later that night, I did get to see Jason Isbell, my favorite songwriter, perform live for the first time, also as part of the festival, and it was unreal. Amazing performance. Blew me away. Loved it. And got to work with a couple of fine folks from the CBC, including Bill Roach, who hosts weekend mornings and the East Coast Music Hour on CBC. And we went up and down the street, and I was playing just little parts of songs to see if people could name that song for prizes and bonus if they sang along. We had a really good time. My daughter, she had her first gig on a Harvest tent stage as well. Her band is part of Girls Plus Rock Camp. They played the Barracks tent on Saturday. And then I got to check out Ariel Posen, who I had interviewed earlier in the week for CHSR. And anyway, waited after the show and we chatted for a bit, and he's a great guy, great musician. His performance was absolutely stellar. His songwriting, his vocals are fantastic, and he's obviously an exceptional guitar player and just so creative and artistic, and I loved it. So that was amazing. And I found out as part of it kind of got shoved to the background a little bit because Harvest was happening, but I was nominated for 2 Music New Brunswick Awards, and that award ceremony is coming up in October, and I'm nominated for the SOCAN Song of the Year for photographs, and also Breakthrough Artist of the Year. So I'm super pumped to be included in such a fine list of nominees. There's just some incredible music that goes on as part of this conference, and also I'll be doing a showcase. So that's late in October. There is a public voting component, actually 3 awards if you count the Fans' Choice Award, and everyone who's nominated for everything gets thrown into that category. But there is a voting component if you're interested in helping me out there. I'll put a link to where you can go sign up to vote, and I encourage you to check out all the artists on there, and really, if somebody resonates with you, then vote for them. I think that makes it honest and interesting, and I really don't like voting and competition in music, but that being said, I could just decline to participate, but I do, because it would be nice to win one for the resume, if for nothing else. Anyway, so that was cool, and then this coming Tuesday, I am flying out to Calgary, Alberta, and the next tour starts. We're taking party music to the West Coast. If you guys were following along last year, my last tour I had Liam Keith Jacques out with me. He's coming out again. So we're going to take a camera, do some vlogging while we're out there, and share it with you guys as always. I'm really looking forward to this tour. We start out on the 25th of October at Koi in Calgary. I'll also put a link to my website where you can find all the tour dates that are happening. And then after this tour, it's going to be 2 weeks. We're going to play some shows in Alberta and some in BC. And then I'll just be back here, staying kind of close to home. I do have another trip down to Burlington, Vermont later in October as well. So other than that, though, I'm going to focus on songwriting and getting ready to start recording the next album. And I have a bunch of songs that are ready to go, and I need a few more, and then we'll break ground. I know that there's a bunch of you that have just signed on to this Facebook page here, and thank you very much. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. If you've made it this far in the video, then I do have a full album out, and it's called Party Music, and it's been pretty well received. So I'll put a link to where you can find that on Spotify down in the description of the video as well. I apologize for all the links and kind of spamming you with that stuff, but it was a big week, and I figure that some folks are probably here because they saw a video or something, and if you want to check out the whole album, it's on Spotify, and I'll put a link to Bandcamp as well, so you can stream it without having a subscription or having to pay anything. I really just want to share my music at this point. So I think that's about it for now. I just wanted to talk about the tour that's coming up and reflect a little bit back on Harvest. which I'll probably do in more detail when we're doing some vlogs out on the road. Really looking forward to this run of shows. Liam's with me the whole time this time. And yeah, we get to drive through the Rocky Mountains. Rented a minivan and so that we can lug the gear. And if in a pinch we need a place to sleep, we have a minivan. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. And so videos will be starting up next week as we document that tour. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. This will be going up on Saturday morning. So enjoy, and we'll be in touch soon, guys. Cheers.